Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Well, we have a lady that is super talented in the studio. Taylor Meyer joins us. Now, Taylor, thanks for coming in.
No, thanks for having me.
Of course, Taylor's a snooker champion. We don't get to see too many snooker champions here in South Australia. So
We don't.
3 times
We don't.
state champion.
Yep,
Just come back
that's
from the
correct.
Australian title where you were runner-up.
Yeah, that's
so, Well,
correct.
we're talking coming back from West Adelaide, so it wasn't a big journey for you.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the start. As a young girl, what drew you to 8-ball or snooker?
I guess my dad, he grew up in the port, was always in the pub playing a bit of pool, and always grew up with a pool table at home. So
Look at you. Because you've got a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
He didn't play against Barry, did he?
no.
You probably did,
You
yeah.
probably would have.
So always grew up with a table at home. Fell in love with it. I wasn't very good as a junior, but just persisted and.
But this is 8-ball we're talking about, isn't it?
This is
not
8-ball.
snooker.
Nah, this is on the
snooker.
small
So,
tables.
Okay, now you have to jump from 8-ball, of which you were a champion, to snooker. Why the jump, or do you still play both?
I still play both, and I'm still pretty passionate about 8-ball. However, at the start of the year, I went into West Adelaide Footy Club, just to the venue there, just to test out my cueing. I had a tournament in Melbourne, an 8-ball tournament that I really wanted to do well, probably the biggest tournament for females, pretty big prize money. And I went in there pretty determined, and then I stayed there for 5 hours just hitting 2 balls with Phil Riley, who manages the venue, and fell in love and thought, actually, I think this is a game for me, and a new challenge. Different expectations, I guess.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just kept practicing, went to the state title, managed to win it. It's been a few years since I won it. And then James Gianaris, someone who, he's a bit older now, but was on the circuit in England for a little bit, approached me and wanted to coach me. So from there, we were putting in sort of 15 hours a week, 10, 15 hours a week, and improved.
Wow, yeah.
Hey, Taylor, you said a coach from Europe approaches you. Now, there's good money overseas for snooker in Europe. Have you been tempted to try Europe?
He lives here now.
No, but for you, are you tempted?
I would love to represent Australia at snooker and give it a crack. I've got a long way to go before I can consistently do well in tournaments. Money for women is probably as big as the men's, so really quite hard to make a living. I'm also a teacher, so I'm very passionate about that and pretty happy where I am at the moment. Yeah.
But a runner-up in the Australian title, snooker, surely that gets you a berth in the Australian squad or team or...
There's talk about the world titles are in Turkey this year. So there's talk about maybe being selected for that. Whether or not I go is a different story.
Why wouldn't you be though? Tell me why you wouldn't be. If you run up in the Australian, why wouldn't you be?
Because you have to work?
Yeah, work to me does come first.
Teaching kind of gets in the way,
And I guess I have only been playing for 5 months, so I am pretty eager to put in some more time. So I'm going over there competitive and not just making up numbers. Also, there's a world ranking event in Sydney in October that I will go to, and that will give me a good indication of where I'm sitting and what I need to do to improve, and where these girls are really consistent, you know.
You got some. Hey, 2016, you're at the World Championships with 8-ball. 2017, still playing 8-ball. So we're talking about a 2-year window, maybe where you've jumped into snooker. So you mentioned it just before. You went to West Adelaide and got onto the bigger table to play.
Yeah.
How big an adjustment to the bigger table from the smaller table?
Yeah, it's bigger than most people would think. You know, most people think you just sort of go from one to the other. It's huge. Your technique has to be so much better on a bigger table. That's what I've noticed. Any small, I guess, malfunction just turns massively wrong over that distance. So tactically, it's also very different. You know, all of a sudden, I've gone from having my own balls in 8-ball to sharing the same balls, basically. You don't want to leave them in the balls because that can be the end of the frame. I think snooker, though, gives you a lot more opportunity. In a frame of pool, you're generally playing in a team and you need to dig deep lots of the time to win that one frame of pool for your team, whereas snooker, you've got a little bit more time.
Who's our best player? Who's the best female player in the country?
Oh, Jessica Woods.
Is that the one who beat you the other day?
Yeah, she beat me convincingly. Definitely outplayed me. Her experience was...
Were you nervy?
Yeah, I was pretty nervy. Pretty excited by the opportunity, you know, to get into a show final.
Yeah. And what was, so that's best of?
Best of 7.
And you got beaten?
4-0.
4-0?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah, I know. I question that
Because she made it to the final, mate.
Oh,
Baz is one of our better interviewers too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm only kidding.
That's all good.
Because really, that's your first crack.
Yeah.
That is really, I mean...
It's amazing when you think about it.
The final,
2 years you've gone from...
To make the final. Yeah.
Really, it's a different sport.
Yeah.
So into the grand final of the Australian Championships. I reckon she deserved to beat you based on what you're saying, but I reckon it's an amazing effort to get there.
She was definitely the favourite. I played her when I was 12 years old in juniors at Snooker, and she kind of chose Snooker. I chose pool.
Yeah.
When I found
if you had to play her at 8 ball, how do you reckon you get? Would you get it?
Oh, I feel like I would probably be favourite, but she's definitely capable of beating me. Definitely.
Okay.
So.
How old is she?
Same age as me.
Okay, 21.
25.
I'm just trying to get in the good books here too.
Hey, do you play your dad now? You mentioned that you went and played your dad a fair bit at the pubs and stuff like that. Does he ever want a game now? Because clearly you're going to beat him. Does he want to play?
He's not as excited to play me now as he was a few years ago.
Could he play? Could he play?
He could play a little bit, but no, he's no good.
Hey, you know how we see the professional players like yourself, the really good players, they've got their cues, you know, they're in their cases and they... What's a really good snooker cue cost? What would yours be worth?
I've got mine made in England, so it's about $1,000, but you can pick up good cues for $80 if you're lucky. I guess
$1,000.
You pick up one if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, but you know, when you talk to the cyclists, for example, they come along and they're on their $30,000 bike and we're on the $500 one, and you can tell it's just a massive difference. Is it the same, the $1,000 cue compared to the $80 cue? Yeah, the pub cue's a bit bent, but is it massive?
To me, yeah.
Is it the balance? What is it that makes it?
Oh, everything,
Yeah, it's everything. I'm quite a short person, so my cue's quite a lot shorter than most, so that's really important. I guess.
Hey, Taylor, I really appreciate you coming. Good luck. We want to follow your career with interest now.
Absolutely.
Barry will be kind to you next time you come in because you would have beaten that other New South Wales girl next time you come in the final. Hey, stay with us. Still, plenty to come on the show.